Dear friends, welcome to our daily masterclasses, virtual Keshetilon 2020, and today's very special masterclass. It will be given by a violinist who was from the first Mastercourse in 1990 at Keshetilon and till today continue to play important part, integral part in Keshetilon. So I'm very happy and proud to introduce you, outstanding violinist, pedagogue, and by chance, my wife, Ani Schnarch. Please. And this is a very rare case, our master classes, that I have opportunity to hug and to kiss the professor. But all other professors, we all hug you, and we love you that you are with us in this very special year. So now stage to Ani Schnarch.
Thank you. Dear ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Gvirotai verabotai, achar hatzoraim tovim. I am greatly honored to lead today my 30th annual masterclass at Keshetilon since its inception. Kavod gadol li להעביר היום את כיתת האומן השנתית מספר 30, מאז שקשת אילון נוסדה. ובלי להאריך יותר, אני רוצה, without making a long story, I would like to invite the lovely violinist, very accomplished violinist, Ionel Manciu, to perform Bach. Hello, Ionel, how are you?
Hello.
All right.
Very good.
Very good. I'm looking forward to listening to your performance. Bach, Adagio and Fuga from Sonata in G minor. Thank you. That's very well done. Congratulations. I enjoy this very much. I wanted, before we start working on Bach, I wanted to talk a little bit about the way we are conducting today our musical relationship that is online. And I would like to tell you that we are using, I mean, you know this, everybody knows that we are using laptop mostly, or desktop computers. And they are placed in such a manner that it will be easy for us to type on the keyboard. But this is not necessarily the best angle to communicate with people through music. So for the moment I have decided that I will put my laptop on a music stand and I will communicate at eye level with you. And I would suggest that you consider very carefully where you place your audience, so that they are not looking. I mean, my feeling when I look at you is that I'm in front row and my head is going to the back in order to see you on the stage. So I think it may be a better proposal to put your laptop at eye level, so that in such manner that we will still see your arms, your hands, still see them, but you will play to us rather than down to us, right? Very good. Thank you very much for being so accommodating. There is another thing connected to our communication with the public. It's very important because there is not a large space for the audience to look around, to feel what the atmosphere is. They are concentrating on you. And you need to play to the audience. And you need to create the atmosphere around you which will bring the audience to you and create this atmosphere. For in general, you know, we sometimes disregard what is happening around. Let's say in the recording there was a mirror which reflected not much. So I would suggest that before you send out a recording, you listen and look at it with really hawk eyes, so that you see what people would be interested in that, so that there will be not too many disturbances around. Very good. Now we are going to Bach. Right. So Bach, for the benefit of the audience, Bach lived, 250, 270 years ago, 750, 2,270 years. Sorry?
1685?
I think, yeah.
Is it 1685?
No, I think
1750.
Yeah.
He died
Yeah.
then.
So he died, so that we call that the end of the Baroque era, right? So he was far away, you know, when he composed that, he didn't know about Napoleon yet. He didn't know about a Romantic era. He didn't know about Second World War and on its atomic or nuclear bombs. He didn't know about the landing on the moon. So he wrote for a completely different kind of brain, of human brain. And this is the reason for which, for the past 50 years, 70 years, no, 50 years, there has been a revival and research in how Baroque music was presented, how it was performed, what is the sound of the Baroque period. And this is wonderful, it's wonderful. We can only learn from that. Performing in Baroque style is a different matter. And we have the access to the information, so we can use it to different degrees. You know, from the time that I studied Bach, Schering was the idol that we looked up to, and to the very, you know, it's not possible to go back to Baroque because the sonority of the wood is different, and so on and so forth. So this is why mostly you can play Bach in any way you wish. Really, there will be people who will say lovely. There will be say nah. You understand? I'm not a person that says no. I'm just saying good luck. My opinion about your Bach is that needs to have more of an architecture. Each piece by itself, each movement by itself, and the two together, preferably the four together. So what I didn't hear really, it was a very clear climax in each of the movements and how you build that. Bach used to write and use harmonies in order to underline strength of emotion, right? So this is what I would like you to consider further. You have the intellect and you have the technical means to do that. Show me, please, where is the climax? Is it one? There are more than one. I didn't hear extreme in pianissimo, and I didn't hear extreme. It doesn't have to be fortissimo. Although we are not playing on Baroque instruments, so we have the advantage of the modern instrument, and we have the ability as well, technical ability, to play in style of original instruments. I would not recommend to play really original music because you don't have the instrument to do that, right? And as you know very well, the first chord is very important. It's the opening chord to 6 sonatas and partitas. And not just that, you just played before we met online, you just played Bartók Solo Sonata, which was inspired by this chord as well, the G minor chord, right? So, what can I encourage? I can encourage you to relate to the Adagio as maybe some religious philosophy, call it theology, relationship between the human being and him up there, while your chords, the pillars, are him, pleased or unpleased, and your voice and the improvisation between the chords, your improvisation has direction and represents the human on all this, little boy, mother, so on and so forth. I'm trying to make it, well, maybe a little bit with imagining, right? So do you want to try? Please.
Yeah.
So actually, I think that your climax is in the da 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 da, and you need to build that. Then you resolve.
The diminished or?
Yes, and then you resolve it, right? Please, can you start, please? That's excellent. What I would like you, sorry, Ionel, what I would like you to hear, this is the chord. You're letting go. This is the tension. That's less, because you already heard the harmony. You know, I like very much to play Bach while the basses have got flatter hair and the tops are softer. So, right? It is opposite from Paganini. Opposite from Paganini, right? So start flat. Flat sideways. Would you like to try this?
Sorry.
That's very good. You know, the tension is here. So you are relaxing. Still, and only now you relax. You should relax. As long as you have the tritone you know, the devil's interval during the Middle Ages. It was forbidden from music. The tritone, please. Bravo, Ionel. You need to stop in order to receive compliments as well, not just, right? So that was lovely, because that had one line, right? Started on G, ended on G minor, and then you had the tension in that. And this is your statement. This is your statement for the whole sonata. Right? So it needs to have some kind of substance, and the substance is given by the tension, harmonic tension, right? So please continue now. Thank you very much. Now, when I talked about the chord having flatter hair and more substance in the basses, that is done with flatter hair in the bass and less hair in the top voices. But you can use on each string different quantity of hair. So if you're on D, then lesser. All you have to do is to want to play a voice. And this is so much again. And the gains. So that you have different colors on each voice. You know very well that we say that each string represents a different human voice. So if you use in each string a different quantity of hair, you'll have ready-made 4 voices, polyphonic work. All you need to know, to want, is to show me what is important for you, right? Please. Mm-hmm. Can you start once more? Sorry. I'm sorry. Your leader up there is very kind to you. Not always. I'm talking about him up there, right? So this you are very kind. No, he's very angry, right? So try to show me the harmonies. You're playing soft. Yeah. Now cry. Right? So show me the chords. Really, the chords are the pillars that you are moving with your improvisation from one to the other. So they are your destination. But some are softer because of the harmony, and others are much stronger. Please. Right? You go to fifth tempo piano and stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise you are telling me the same thing you've told me for the past 3-4 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay? So this is very long. Dominant, right? Dissonance. And this is where you start your ascending and ascent towards your climax. You have major seventh here. As we say in Hebrew, Gewalt. And the resolver. You understand? So I think that you need some more inspiration. Inspiration which can't be better if you if you open the door and look outside what is happening nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Вышел
So this way you have the rock bottom and you have Mount Everest. You start from here and you go. So it is not difficult. It is very short, as you know, going up toward from base to the top. So I suggest you look at this, and please look as well how you are closing them from the so-called repeat or recap from here, how you're closing. Whether you have after Everest you have Mont Blanc or you don't have Mont Blanc, that's another story. But give a shape to this movement. I think you know, when we need to get on because I think we have a little time only. So when you go to the fugue, you finish so beautifully. Maybe on the short side, you should have been there another 5 minutes. So when you go to the
hopefully one day, yes. Hopefully one day when I'll learn bow control.
So if you need advice, then put your elbow down and save the bow in the beginning. So you have a. So it's easy for me to do that because I haven't been playing up to now the whole Adagio. But you can do that. It's not difficult. I have no worry about that. And what I liked that you did, you created the connection with the fugue. It was lovely, really lovely. You paid attention to the energy that you had between the two movements. But when you started the fugue, it was so different from what you played before. that I a little bit of a cold shower. So if you're here, I suggest that you start. Right. About the fugue. For me, this fugue is Aladdin's cave. You know, Aladdin's cave.
Yes.
Open Sesame. Open Sesame. Because you have the motive, which is, you are playing it a bit different than me. You are playing longer the top note than I do, but I don't mind that because, as you know, anything goes in Bach. So I don't rest so long on top note. Doesn't matter. But then you have a component. You need, I think that Bach spoke two languages. One language was German, because his mother tongue, and the German language has got, the character of German language has got long phrases, right? And the second language that he talked was organ language. So his brain and his ears were full of colors. So when you play this motive, sometimes I'm very naughty and I call it Mickey Mouse. Why Mickey Mouse? Sorry, it is terrible. Why Mickey Mouse? Because you can recognize Mickey Mouse everywhere, in whatever shape or form. Disney will take me to court now. So this is the same. When you have the motive, but you are very good with the motive. You are wonderful with the motive. I can hear it from beginning to the end. I don't hear much orchestration around it. Sorry? So here...
The accompaniment.
Here... So I suggest that in general you start your chords slower. Not fast bow. Slower bow, and you are playing the top with diminuendo. So if you put now, rather than your right hand, and every time you have the motive, this must be some kind of piccolo. Can you imagine this on the organ? The flute.
Change the register. There's
Yes, you're pulling buttons. Yes, here. Maybe this is a triangle. I don't think they had triangles at the time, but there. Again, clarinet. Clarinet. And again, with diminuendo to the top. And now I need to hear three voices. I need to hear and the top. And the middle where the motive is. Sorry, it's not bright. By the way, intonation. You know intonation in Bach. I find it very peculiar to think, how to think about Bach intonation. Because they had these very primitive gut strings. How long do you think they kept the right tuning? Not even when they tuned were they in tune.
not long.
So today, this is why what I'm saying. Today we are in a different era of violin playing. We are in much purer violinistic, modern violinistic era. So this is why we need to play in tune. Right. Okay, so do you want to try a little bit? I think it will take you a little bit of time to consider what kind of orchestration you want. I don't think I need to tell you because you are a musician. But I would encourage you to think more colorful, more because your public is going to hear pum 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 da di dum pum pum for how many? 7, 8 minutes? Will be down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So this way you are taking them into a magic world. Okay? Very good.
Okay.
So, do we want to try a little
just
bit?
one question. I just wanted to ask. When you meant that the world was very different in between the Adagio and Fuga, were you referring to the articulation or to my overall sound at the very beginning of the Fuga?
I think that your articulation, for me, your articulation is a bit too crisp. To call it mildly crisp, right? I think that it is, I mean, I cannot imagine how are you are going to play the Sicilian and how you are going to play the Presto. If the fugue has got this lightness in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking overall, I'm thinking the whole sonata.
Okay.
Were you to play only the fugue, maybe. But compared to the Adagio, has got no connection. Maybe you want to start a bit softer and then go into that. But I think that the length of your stroke and the articulation of your stroke will not allow for much color underneath it, on top of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, please.
No, I just wanted to know because I would have started
Right,
the same way.
right. My very, very warm advice is not to play chords to the top, to play them with diminuendo to the top. It will make life, first of all, life much easier and pleasant as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm sorry, I lost my. Yeah, please.
That's all right.
Ionel, it's very good. It's very uncomfortable for you, I can see that. And sometimes it takes some time
to get used to it.
Yeah, to consider articulation. One thing that happened during your performance is that you didn't give much consideration to your cadences, like you did just now. Da 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 da, da 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 yum. Bum, bum. So I need to understand how you treat your ending. Is it happy ending? Is it a virtuoso ending? It is a hurting ending. So it needs to have some kind of go.
Generally, I just try the dominant to be more prominent than the following tonic. That
but
is my approach.
That's not an end. Yeah, but this. Yeah, so this is what I'm not sure about. I don't. But not. Right? It is not indifferent, but. Okay, very good. So I'm being told that I need to continue with the next student. So Ionel, really bravo, and thank you for being so.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to work together, and good luck. I know that you have concerts, and I know that you are performing a lot. Bravo, well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bravo. All right. So hello. Here is Josephine Chung. Straight from Australia or from Philadelphia?
From Australia, yeah.
Oh wow, that's a very long distance. Look what technology, modern technology does. Wonderful. So Josephine is a student at the Curtis Institute and she is 21? 20?
Yeah. 21.
Yes, lovely, beautiful, very sincere violinist. I like her very much. So we will listen to Prokofiev now. Please. Bravo, bravo. Very well done. Bravo. Josephine, bravo, bravo. You know, since we last met, was it 2 years ago or 3 years ago? With, I think 3 years ago. Yeah. Your sound has enriched so much. You have so much more color in your sound, more flexibility as well. So I'm delighted. You've done very good progress. Well done. Well done. You can smile. It's all about smile. This is not such a tragic piece, right? So smile. It's very good. Your public, you will feel more comfortable if you are going to relax a bit. So, about Prokofiev. Do you speak Russian?
No.
All right. Okay. Very good. You know that it is important to. Did you listen to Russian speaking? There are not many Russians at Curtis. Do they speak Russian?
I haven't heard much.
So you should listen. You see, when I give new program to this is not a new piece, I'm sure, but when I give new program to my students, I encourage them first of all to listen to the whole repertoire, to the whole work that certain composer has written, so that they learn the language, they learn the emphasis, they learn the orchestration, they learn the man or the woman, right? So this is one thing that I'm sure that you listen to a lot of Prokofiev, but they never enough. Listen to ballet, listen to operas, listen to everything so that you understand. And you get accustomed to the language. Because when we speak a certain language, let's say Bartok, and we play yata, it's different than lala. You understand? So the emphasis is different. I'm talking about, say, 16 notes with the dotted 8 notes, so yada or yada, right? So we learn the language, and I think that you should learn the language. Russian language, I don't understand much of it, although I don't want to recognize how much I understand. The Russian language is a softer language. It's not very, very seldom. It's very, at least what I hear. Maybe nice people around me, but what I hear, there is never harshness. There is never Middle Eastern harshness, like in Hebrew. You've been to Israel or Arabic, so there is a lot of softness. So why I'm talking about this? Because you are very good in your articulations. And you have got large size performance, but sometimes I feel that your stroke may be a bit pushed, maybe a bit aggressive, maybe too much martelé. Now, this concerto has been written during a trip of Prokofiev, so he moved from one place to the other. And for me, it really sounds like he wrote a bit in this place, in Baku, and another bit in Belarus, and so on and so forth. So he moved around. It is very difficult for me to make a whole movement out of this. We know what is happening. We have in our mind, but the development of the movement. But we need somehow to take through the rest, big rests. While orchestra is per tutti, call them. It's very difficult to take the music. So you need to find a common sound, and this is very rare that I say. I always say contrast. It's best, it's more interesting. But in this situation, I think you need to have a common sound that starts and ends the movement. It doesn't have to be the same dynamic. It doesn't have to be the same articulation. It shouldn't be the same articulation, but the feeling, the spread, the vast tundra, if you want, in Russia. You need to tell me about Russian characteristics, about the country, about the language. This is what we are talking when trying to make music. You're right. You're with me, yes. So I feel there are two things that stop you from doing that. Of course, it is tragic that we don't have accompaniment, neither orchestra, ideally, nor pianist accompaniment. but we need to imagine the whole music, right? So I know that you recorded this very quickly, and thank you for doing that, but you need to think about all over movement. So when you change, let's say from a when you go there, don't close previously. So what is it called? A little bit of aquarelle. You know what aquarelle is? It's watercolors. Watercolors, yeah. Paintings of watercolors. Rather than, you know, dramatic, Rothko, call it this way, yeah. Right? All right, yeah. So let's try once more from beginning. G minor. No, today we are in G minor. It must have some sonority. Start. I like how you start. The second time when you played piano, it wasn't enough piano. But let's go from beginning once more, please. Very good, Josephine. I was wondering if maybe possible one of the characteristics that you should take through, and you are mostly, is subdivision in the pulse. So it has a so that your long notes have got life. Otherwise, we don't know. Is it in tempo? Isn't it in tempo? So let's try once more, please. So can you think subdivision? Please. Once you started playing the long notes, the pulse was gone. So this 8 notes pulse is going throughout into your rests. And I need to hear the rests. You need to play them. You are not playing them, you are waiting. Instead of sorry, I lost my microphone. Too energetic, sorry. So what I was missing was this is what I was missing, rather than right. So underneath that, volcano, right? Please. From piano. Yeah. Piano. Should hold back here. It's Allegro. Pa-pa and da-pa-pam, pa-yam, pa-dam, bi-yam, da-rum, pa-pa, pa-pa, ya-pa-pa-pa. Excitement. If you're tam-pam, pa-pam, pa-pam, pa-dam, bim-pam. I'm missing the excitement, right? Please.
Okay.
piano, intimate. You are playing very well, but a little bit, you know, in Russia there are stories, nanny stories called skaski, and they are about, you know, so many terrible things and beautiful things and terrible things. So this is what you need. Anything is going to happen. You are quite calm about this, right? You have wonderful projection. I think in a concert hall this will work wonderfully. I'm always talking about projection, not enough, you have wonderful, but you are paying the price of character, of the music character, right? Please. Piano. The old women.
Sorry.
The old women are talking about what is going to happen.
Oh,
What
I
is
see.
going to happen. Right? Please. That's very good. Josephine, wonderful. Ta-da, maybe from the east, the wind is going to come from the east, maybe from the west. Ta-da, ta-yam, ti-yam. So each one direction is different. Please. That's very good. Josephine. Can you try, please? Ta-da, just once. Don't change your fingering. Just A, D, D, D. Ta-da, B-yam. So, yes, so you play F on A. Yes?
Yeah.
And then the E flat on E, on D. Yes, this is the, yes, it, don't change fingering, please. Do the same thing. This is, you are accomplished enough to change the color without changing the string, please. Right? Please. Completely different stroke from the previous, completely different character, and I think you shouldn't. I think you should play it a little bit lighter, not so heavy. So right, like the snow fairies, if you want. You are playing like the Yetis. Do you know who Yeti is? So like snow fairies at the bottom of the garden in winter, right? Please. Excellent, Josephine, excellent. Again, please play like you are dancing ballet. Remember Prokofiev and ballet. You know, I'm sure that you know that Prokofiev wrote at the same time with this, not at the same time. This is 1935, 1936. He started writing Romeo and Juliet, and he used a second subject, is Romeo and Juliet. But nothing disturbs you to think, let's say, that these 16 notes are the hustle and bustle in the central piazza. You are playing wonderful stroke, wonderful, but it doesn't describe this Romeo and Juliet Italian atmosphere. It is not Romeo and Juliet. It is concerto for violin, but I'm trying to adopt things from other pieces, so that we are creating atmosphere, more atmosphere. Can you try, please? A bit lighter. Think about in piazza, and everybody's making noises and gave me for 5 lira, no 3 lira, 4 lira, whatever. This you need to convey, please. bad habit of stopping people in order to congratulate them. So congratulations. For me that worked better. Now you are modulating, so you need to find a different kind of piazza. You're going up a step, you know, please. What is your favorite color, pink or green? Light green, verdi green.
I'd say of the
Whichever.
two, light green.
Oh, so plain light green, right? Please. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Josephine, beautiful. But it is not all light green because the sun is coming and going. So you need to write. Right? You are in E flat major. So that's your median. Please. Very good. Josephine. Take time. You have a long distance to play from F to D flat. You have D natural is bright, D flat is somewhere, you know, in a dream. So please, there's I need almost without a voice, please. Beautiful. I loved it. What I didn't understand, why are you still in verdi green in green on E string? That must be sun shining, either silver or gold, whichever you prefer, whichever you think is you prefer, right? So take more time, and I would suggest that you take half bow on the 8th note, so that doesn't. Be more generous in the bow, please. Please. Josephine, this is a different kettle of fish. Not anymore so dreamy. You said it. You considered that possibility. Go to a different avenue. Diminish. This is more present. Please. I like how you find your B flats without fail. Bravo. Bravo, very well done. You know, I liked what you did with your storm. It was lovely, lovely storm that you created. The only thing is the top of the storm was icicles rather than summer storm. Do you know what I'm saying? So a bit strong. Your martelé is a bit hard. I would like yum pa pa ta pa 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 ah 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 ah. It is too harsh. For me, it is too harsh. But the rest you did, you know, you flew from, or not flew, you flowed from one variation into the other, and it was so natural, so beautiful. I mean, personal taste that you shouldn't play so harsh at the top. Okay? Very good. Josephine, listen, this is lovely. Really, you're playing beautifully. Really beautifully. You need as well, I talked to Ionel previously, and I was asking him to find really where the actual climax is. What is the most important thing in this movement? And build up towards that. Build up towards. What you did up to now from the beginning, when we worked a little bit now, there was more flow in the whole 2 pages or whatever it is. Yes, so there was more flow, and continue to work in this respect. You have semiquavers. Maybe the orchestra is playing on off beats, so make sure that your fingers have got enough articulation. Yaka taka 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 ta. Not bow, just articulation. What we call active articulation, so that you have spine, what is it called? Backbone of rhythm, right? It will be very helpful playing with orchestra. Okay, I would like to say thank you very much. Thank you for playing, and I would be delighted to meet again sometime, somewhere. Maybe not in Australia and London, so maybe somewhere in the middle of that. I have some questions. So first of all, do you have any questions?
No, I don't know.
Very good. Well, if you have questions, you know where to find me. Right?
Thank you very much.
Very good. Bravo. Very, very well done. Bravo, Josephine. I'm delighted to hear you. Bravo.
Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you. Right, I need my glasses though. Okay. Right. Okay. So the first question is, you were at Keshe from its inception in 1990. How is it different from today's Keshe? So first of all, we were in person, so that was different, but today's situation is abnormal indeed. We came to Keshe with the hope to making music, and we did make music year after year, year in, year out, as is said, and we are continuing to make music. We didn't have a concert hall as we have today in Ceylon. We didn't have accommodation. We used to live in the available houses that the members of the kibbutz were not using, and the students were above the motorway on the other side of the kibbutz. So it was not very centered, and it was very difficult to communicate with each other. But we managed. There were many friends that got together and found the resources to buy pianos, to build a concert hall, to build accommodation for the students, to rebuild the library, to have a wonderful canteen that everybody is using for the moment. So it is from paradise to paradise, but a different kind of paradise. So, what violin and bow are you using? So I'm very fortunate to use now for the moment a GF Presenta from 1831, and the bow I'm using is made by Daniel Schmidt, our bow and violin supporter at Keshe Ceylon. So these are the two. But he is a very intelligent and resourceful bow maker, and he adjusts his bows to the people he's intending them to. Where did you study, and who were your musical mentors? So I started. I started studying in Bucharest, and at the today Dinu Lipati high school. At the time it was number 1, and I studied at 10 years with Elena Schmitzer, who was a great pedagogue, and a little bit with Stefan Gheorgheu, who was the father of all violinists at the time in Romania. Having emigrated at 17 to Israel, I started studying with Dr. Felix Andrievsky, with whom I went on to study for on and off 13 years, which is remarkable, I think. And he was the only official teacher at the time. I have learned a lot from other professors of different instruments, from violin instruments, from playing together with colleagues. It is a process that has never stopped and continues throughout. So I am delighted that I'm able to continue learning from my colleagues, whether they are older or younger. It is wonderful. So, where do I teach now? Now I teach around the world. I teach my mainly school is Royal College of Music in London, but I travel and I give master classes in the Far East, and I have a joke. Around the world, but haven't done yet in the southern hemisphere, in Antarctica. So, what is your practicing routine? Yes, I have. My goodness, I have one. Every day that I am able to practice, I play a couple of scales, the same ones throughout. And they make me feel the fingerboard, they make me need to be precise, they warm up my knuckles, my phalanges. So it is G, it is first C and then D, 4 octaves preferable, and double stops and sound exercises. Yeah. It just brings me together with the instrument. and how do you achieve a sostenuto in the bow? So, depending on what dynamic I start playing in and what direction the bow is. So if I need to play up bow sostenuto, it's not a problem because the frog presents its weight, so I don't need to work very hard. Playing down bow, it's more problematic, but then we have weight in our upper arm, and we are playing nearer to the bridge, so we try to start a bit further so that the sostenuto is really juicy, call it this way. So yeah, this is, thank you so much for your questions. Let me see, where are we? We are almost there. Before we finish, I'm just delighted and privileged to be here, and I would like to thank everybody that is involved in the production of this master course. I will not start giving names because I will never finish, but everybody that has gathered together and helped financially, intellectually, spiritually, and emotionally. But a very, very, very special congratulations to our IT engineer. This is Vadim Bailey. He created our face to the world. So Vadim, thank you very much. He is behind the scenes somewhere in Israel, but thank you and many applause to Vadim. Well done. And well done, everybody. Thank you very much.